shot. Better watch out, cause the cops hot. We shoot shots if we see the eye. You can't ball if you ain't got no hustle. I get my grind on, fuck the struggle.
What's up, sports fans? It's your man D back. Speak Your Mind Sports Talk. Alright, check it out. Anthony Joshua, Andy Ruiz. Coming soon. For the love of sports, let's talk about it.
Yeah, the prison, yeah. Shit happens, niggas want me to talk about it. They love gossip, want me to talk about it. It's all over the gram, so I'ma talk about it. You heard what happened? Niggas want me to talk about it. Shit crazy, niggas want me to talk about it. You heard what happened? Niggas want me to talk about it. Shit happens, niggas want me to talk about it. They love gossip, want me to talk about it. It's all over the gram, so I'ma talk about it. You heard what happened? Niggas want me to talk about it. Shit crazy, niggas want me to talk about it. You heard what happened? Niggas want me to talk about it. Shit happens, niggas want me to talk about it.
So, Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz. You know, Andy Ruiz has been doing a lot to prepare for this fight. We hear these stories about the weight loss and what his team believes that they need to do to get him in a tip-top shape to come in there and prove that it was no fluke, prove that he is who he say he is, and that he will defeat Anthony Joshua again. You know, it's phenomenal, the weight loss, at least from the photos and what we've seen. And if that's to be true, that's phenomenal job by Andy Ruiz and his camp. But I want to talk about if that's going to be enough, or if he's going to defeat Anthony Joshua. In my personal opinion, I don't believe he is. I believe that Anthony Joshua is going to come in there and take his belts back. Now, by no means am I advocating for Anthony Joshua or Andy Ruiz for that matter. I have no horse in this race, in this fight. I'm just giving my opinion on the fight, and I believe that Joshua's level of focus, way back since he's lost, this is nothing new. He's been extremely focused. If you guys remember, Anthony Joshua actually said he would like to go back to the United States and win his belts back where he lost them. And, you know, a lot came out about Andy Ruiz and the Saudi Arabia bit and him not feeling safe and so forth. And then Eddie Hearn did what he did, up the ante on the money, and the fight's going to be in Saudi Arabia. But my ideas on Anthony Joshua and his level of focus, sometimes it takes a loss for a heavyweight to get himself back in order. And I believe, honestly, this is exactly what Anthony Joshua has done. He's definitely taking the steps to fix the deficiencies he's had. You know, the footwork, the hand speed, toning down in muscles, doing extreme stamina training. You know, one thing that strikes me as extremely important, visiting his homeland, you know, where his parents are from, this brings a certain level of focus, dedication. Sometimes a fighter has to lose to bring them back to that. Derek Chisora and Andrew Tabiti has joined Anthony Joshua's camp, and this is for training purposes, sparring partners. Now, you can't replace a guy that has the hand speed of Andy Ruiz in the heavyweight division. Also, the shot that really hurt Joshua, that discombobulated him, that caused him to, you know, not be able to get back in the fight, was a temple shot. Shout out to IBFP, put a video up, and he showed that, you know, after that temple shot, there was a rabbit punch where Joshua was hit behind the head. Take a shot on the temple, a rabbit punch, and what have you, shots on the chin, and it's hard to get back into a fight like that, especially for a heavyweight, because these guys hit the hardest in boxing. These are the hardest punching guys in boxing. And as I said, you can't replace the hand speed of an Andy Ruiz, because I clearly think that he's the fastest punching heavyweight in the business right now. But when you look at Derek Chisora, No, he's not the boxer that Andy Ruiz is. No. But what Derek Chisora offers is that overhand right. That's the punch that got Anthony Joshua in trouble. Okay? So that gives you a clear indication of the preparation. For you guys that don't know who Andrew Tabiti is, he's actually a cruiserweight. And when you think about the level of hand speed, you're not going to find another heavyweight. But when you look at the size and comparison, height, and Andrew Tabiti has extremely fast hands. This is a smart move by Joshua and his camp. This shows you that they're really dedicated to winning this fight, getting those belts back. You know, Joshua is a great boxer. We're not going to disrespect Anthony Joshua, whether we like him or not, whether we're a fan of his or not. I'm not a fan, but I have much respect for him and the things that he's doing to win this fight. Andrew Tabiti's hands are fast. And when you move down in weight, these guys throw punches faster, clearly. So he dug into the cruiserweight division for one of the fast punchers in the cruiserweight division, and Andrew Tabiti. And so this tells me that he's taking the right steps. You're not going to find a heavyweight. But when you compare that to the height, you know, a lot of people says, well, Joshua has problems fighting these smaller fighters. Well, he's addressing the overhand right. He's addressing the hand speed. He's addressing his foot movement. He's addressing his stamina issues. He's addressing all the things that he needs to address to come back and win this fight. And I believe win this fight convincingly. I just think that Anthony Joshua is in the zone. You know, these guys, you take a loss and you're sitting on top of the mountain. This can go one way or the other. You can give up hope. You can get discouraged and, you know, feel that maybe you're not as good as you was. But I don't see this in Anthony Joshua. I see him digging down deep to get the job done. And I want to give a shout out and much respect to Anthony Joshua and his camp. I'm going to pull for Joshua in this fight as far as, you know, who I believe is going to win. I'm involved in a prediction league. I'm going to predict Anthony Joshua wins this. The only thing I'm trying to figure out is if it's going to be by unanimous decision or if he's going to score a knockout, which is definitely possible for him to score a knockout because he knocked Andy Ruiz down before Andy Ruiz knocked him down. Had Andy Ruiz been down before, you know, when we talk about punch power next to Deontay Wilder, we would have to look in the direction of Anthony Joshua. He has the best knockout ratio next to Deontay Wilder, and he's knocked out some pretty formidable opponents. So guys, I'm picking Anthony Joshua to take this. Great moves getting Derek Chisora in there, overhand right. Great moves getting Andrew Tabiti in there, coming up from the cruiserweight to get in there and change, exchange with Joshua in sparring and provide that hand speed, that level of hand speed that he's going to have to be accustomed to win this fight, and the level of focus and dedication that Anthony Joshua is putting into this. This is not a champion that's discouraged. This is not a champion that has lost confidence. This is a champion that knows that there were some mistakes that were made. This is a champion that knows that he has to fix those mistakes if he plans to win this fight. And I do believe that Anthony Joshua will win the rematch. So hit that subscribe button for me. Hit that bell icon so you know when I drop these videos. And hit that like button. And for the love of sports, let's talk about it. Peace.
Shit happens, niggas want me to talk about it. They love gossip, want me to talk about it. It's all over the gram, so I'ma talk about it. You heard what happened? Niggas want me to talk about it. Shit crazy, niggas want me to talk about it.